After my husband died, I thought nothing could shock me, until my own son confessed a secret that left me breathless. Caught between grief and desire, I found myself in a dangerous emotional storm. One that blurred the lines between comfort, love, and something far more forbidden. Please don't forget to subscribe for more. It had been 6 months since my husband Mark passed away. Our house, once filled with his laughter and warmth, had grown colder with every passing day. I still woke up expecting to hear his footsteps in the hallway, his voice calling out to me. But instead, silence greeted me every morning. I had become a shell of the woman I once was. My days blurred into one another. Wake up, check the mail, cry in the shower, pretend to be strong for my son Liam. Liam, my 19-year-old son, had grown quieter since his father's funeral. He was always close to Mark, almost like best friends. His grief showed not in tears, but in the way he avoided eye contact and stayed in his room longer than usual. One Saturday afternoon, I was sorting through Mark's old clothes. The closet still smelled like his cologne. As I sat cross-legged on the floor, my fingers clutching one of his worn shirts, I heard Liam's footsteps approaching. "Mom," he said softly. I looked up, startled. His voice had changed, deeper, steadier. But there was a hint of vulnerability in his eyes. "Yes, sweetheart." He paused, staring at the floor for a moment before meeting my eyes. "Can we talk?" I nodded, brushing my hair back and scooting over to make space for him on the carpet. He sat down beside me, knees touching mine. There was a silence between us, the kind that felt thick with meaning. "I miss him every day," he began. "I know," I said, tears pricking the corners of my eyes. "I've tried to move on, to stay strong. For you. But it's not easy." "I never expected you to be strong, Liam. Grieving is different for everyone." He nodded slowly, then looked up at me. His next words made my breath catch. "Sometimes I dream about you. In ways I shouldn't." I blinked, heart thudding. "Liam, what are you saying?" He looked ashamed, eyes searching mine. "I know it's wrong. But since Dad died, it's like, I keep thinking of you as more than just Mom. And I don't understand why." My breath was shallow. I stood up quickly, backing away, unsure whether to scream or cry. "Liam, no. This isn't okay." "I know. That's why I've kept it to myself. But it's eating me alive. I needed to tell you." His honesty shook me. My mind raced. Was this grief? Confusion? Or something darker? I sat down on the edge of the bed, trying to calm the storm inside me. "We're both hurting," I said finally. "But we can't let that confuse us. I'm not trying to make things worse. I just needed you to know." I looked at him. He was no longer the little boy who used to build forts in the living room. He was a man now, tall, serious, and heartbreakingly lonely. In the days that followed, I noticed subtle changes. Liam was more present. He made dinner, cleaned up, and started joining me on my walks. He was trying to rebuild our bond, and though there was tension, I appreciated the effort. One rainy night, while watching an old movie in the living room, Liam sat closer to me than usual. I felt his warmth, the steady rhythm of his breathing. My heart betrayed me with a flutter. I told myself it was maternal affection, nothing more. But when he brushed a strand of hair from my face and whispered, "You're beautiful, Mom," something inside me snapped. I stood up abruptly. "We need space." He nodded solemnly. "Okay." The next morning, I packed a small bag and went to stay with my sister Rachel for a few days. I told her I needed a break, not revealing the real reason. She welcomed me with open arms and poured me wine as we sat on her porch, watching the sunset. "You're quiet," she said. "I've just been thinking," I replied, sipping slowly. Rachel studied me. "Is this about Liam?" My heart skipped. "What?" "I've seen the way he looks at you sometimes. Since Mark's death, it's like he clings to you." Tears brimmed in my eyes. "He told me something. Something I can't unhear." Rachel wrapped an arm around me. "You both need counseling. This grief, it can twist emotions. You're both trying to find love in a place of pain." Her words settled in my chest. She was right. Liam and I weren't monsters. We were broken. When I returned home a week later, Liam met me at the door. "I've been seeing a therapist," he said. "You were right. I was confused." I hugged him tightly. "I'm proud of you." Over the next few months, we rebuilt boundaries. We communicated better. And though the tension never fully disappeared, we found a way to coexist with compassion and care. Eventually, I began dating someone new, Daniel, a kind man I met at a local bookstore. He understood my past and never rushed me. Liam respected him, and slowly, our house began to feel like a home again. One evening, as Daniel held my hand and Liam laughed at something on TV, I felt peace return. The ghosts of the past still lingered, but we were learning to live alongside them. And though my heart had once been shocked and broken, it was healing, in ways I never expected. Because sometimes, love isn't about who you think you should be with. It's about finding your way back to yourself, one honest conversation at a time.